Hello again, this is Wesley.
And this is Jen.
And we are from
ShireFolk.
And who are we talking to this time? Podcast number 2.
Podcast number 2, we are having a fantastic chatter and a natter with the phenomenal Bristolian Lady Nade.
Well, should we just get straight into it?
Just go straight into it, it's really fun.
I will stand by you willingly. I will comfort you willingly.
Hello.
It's so exciting to have you. Thank you so much for joining us on podcast number 2.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, we're absolutely thrilled to have you here, virtually.
Virtually here, yeah. And then next week, actually here.
Yes. It's coming round, really.
It really is. So we should probably start with, how have we met before?
Yeah, so the first time we saw you was at the Regal in Tenbury, and you were supporting Cerys and Bowden.
You pushed me out on stage. You said, go and introduce me.
That sounds just like something I would do.
You said, Lady Nade, like lemonade, from the side of the stage. I was like, okay, I know how to introduce you now.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You did a brilliant job. And I so enjoyed that night and the touring with Cerys and Bowden. They're such lovely lads.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so nice to connect and to now have this friendship that we have that was born from that night.
It's amazing.
And it was just phenomenal. When you
Yeah.
started singing, you could just feel everyone in the audience just suddenly going, oh, hello.
Yeah. And we made note then at that point, is like, we'd love to see Lady Nade again. I would love to try and do something. And so when this project rolled around a few years later, it was like, I wonder if Lady Nade would want to be involved.
Yeah. So yeah, we're absolutely thrilled that you said yes.
But time has moved on. So what have you been up to? You've been busy.
Ooh, busy. Yes, I've been touring up and down the country. I've been doing gigs internationally. I've just got back from Bremen in Germany. I debuted my album there, my latest album, Willing. And I think did my last festival of the summer. Yeah, I believe so. Or you could class it as the first festival of autumn at Pipe Fest in Lancaster with Martin Joseph, Bob Harris, Ellis, Paul, and Holly Carter.
Willing. Wow. Folk and Americana Awards 2022.
How did that feel for that song to win?
Oh, wow. I was just so overjoyed. And I was so speechless. I still am, because I'm still in shock, quite frankly. It's something that I never dreamed of happening. I'm part of the Americana community because of the people and the music, and to gain recognition as an artist with my song from that community just means so much to me. And it still does so much. Just so proud of that record, which I produced in my isolation pods during lockdown. I was really aware of the quality of recording, engineering it myself for the first time, and I producing it for myself for the first time, but I really wanted to put music out in the world, because it was just a time where my soul was really having that lack of connection with an audience face to face, and I wanted to give something and pour my heart into the online community and release a record. And so to get that back, that love and that support, and recently actually selling out of the record was just so incredible.
I mean, it's got such a beautiful sound to it. You can feel that your whole heart and soul is actually in that record, and it just completely, just feels Lady Nade. It's beautiful to listen to. We do try and sing along, although I can honestly say we don't do it justice.
No. We sing along badly. That's the way we sing along.
singing in the car going, it's a good job no one can hear me right now. Yeah, haven't quite got the vocal, the melody that you've got, but hey ho.
And also, we're talking to one of Bristol's most influential women of 2022.
Yeah.
2022 was a good year for you.
Yeah, that I just to be named an influencer again is just pretty overwhelming and such a joy. But what I like to do is really promote the importance of mental health and well-being, and it's a thread that's weaved into everything I do. So to be crowned one of the most influential women, it means that things that I'm passionate about and the causes that I'm passionate about are being heard on a wide reach, and that means so much to me on a wide scale.
Yeah.
I mean, on that, you're on the English Folk Expo 23 panel on representation in a couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, we noticed that on the schedule, which is really cool. I've marked that as we're going to that.
Well, that's that. We've got the app now of things you want to go to. Tick. We're there.
Yeah, thanks so much for that reminder, actually.
Head start pressing. Yeah, that should be a really interesting.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah,
so it's a morning, isn't it? That one, it's in the morning.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually having a lovely meeting about that one tomorrow, so I'll know all my times where I'll need to be.
So yeah, I
promise I will be there.
English Folk Expo, you were on the mentorship program. So when was that? What year were you on the mentorship program?
That was in 2019 to 2020. And that feels so far away, but when I say it out loud, it really wasn't that far away. It was just on I don't know, was it in the pandemic or on the tail end of going into the pandemic?
It's just through it. 2019 was through it, yeah.
2019 is 2020, March 2020 was all February, all sort of kicked off with the pandemic. So, yeah, you'd have started out of it and ended in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is why it's a bit of a blur. Yeah, just so incredible. I had mentoring from just the amazing Keith Harris, OBE, who was Stevie Wonder's manager, and Tom Besford as a advocate, and I got to meet the participants on that same year, Holly Rogers, who I've done shows with, and Free, and Katie Bennett, just incredible artists, and what an experience that we all got to share, and that was really fundamental and crucial to my development as an artist, especially as as reminded that we went in there out of a pandemic, and we came out of it in the pandemic.
Yeah, and Tom Bedsford, we should mention, is a big advocate for the ShireFolk tours and has been a major supporter since the whole idea came around.
So with the the Facebook Lives and all the you seem to have really got such an amazing grip on social media and using that. Did that kind of start through the pandemic and actually just starting with the Facebook Lives, or is that just on all those live shows that you're actually doing with other artists? Or is that something that came out afterwards?
Well, I've always been a huge fan of community. And when I was 14, 15, I was part of Bristol Plays Music, which is a scheme that provided mentoringship to artists and singer-songwriters, or young people who wanted to become singer-songwriters or artists. And I took part in some peer mentoring, which was a scheme that you, as a young person, you guided a new young person that was coming through the doors. And so I've always been I really find a calling, which is to help people to be part of something that's bigger than myself. So when it comes to creating communities online or offline, I find that something that's deeply inherent, and it's something that it comes so natural. to me. And I built my skills and experience through the peer mentoring, through defining what community is, what does it mean to connect, what does it mean to help and be part of community and promote community and engage. And I suppose that was really able to become transferred online during the pandemic, because as I said, I was actually like feeling so lost without that sense and that purpose of connection.
Yeah.
So I started to take my nights that I'd run live online. Some of those nights were late. I turned my Lady Nade and Friends nights and evenings that I'd hosted in Bristol. I built the online platform for those, Lady Nade and Friends Online, and put on shows online and did live streams, and I worked with the Northern Cowboys, and I put on shows and interactive concerts, and then I became part of other people's shows that were happening. And I've just maintained sense of community both online and offline, and I've got a page called Lady Nade VIP, and I have VIP members in there. Yes, you're in there. And so what's fun at the moment is we're doing a monthly song a month challenge, so fans in that page get to choose a song, and it could be any song for me to learn, and I go away and I'm learning new songs, and it's really nice to hear what my fans are like picking, and my fans mean everything to me, because without them, without fans, artists aren't. Well, yes, we can be artists because music can be a hobby, and it doesn't have to have a community. It can be something that's a joyous individual purpose. But for me, having fans has meant that I can turn lots of my dreams into a reality. Making a record has meant that I've been able to tour internationally, which has just been amazing. I love travel, to be able to see the world doing what I love, thanks to the advocacy of live music lovers. Is amazing.
Yeah, you did some crowdfunding recently. And that just went amazing. We were just watching it again.
Yeah, such a great feeling.
Such a great feeling that people want to get behind another album, another record, because this will be my 4th album, and I did a crowdfunder for my second album, Safe Place. So I felt like I felt, I've already done a crowdfunder. I felt quite embarrassed, actually, and I thought, well, as an artist who's got 2 albums under my belt now, and the 3rd album willing, to be in a position where you're still asking your fans for support, and through the pandemic, I wasn't able to tour in the same way I would have toured with my last album. So to be financially asking my fans to help me, it was tough to just put myself out there and be vulnerable and say, hey, look, I know this is my 4th album, and really my last album should be able to fund it, but actually this isn't the case. Can you help? And they were like, yeah.
Oh yeah. And they were
there. Hear more, Lady Nade.
They were in a big way. And it was nice to do an album which was a shared experience, because obviously the one you did where you were engineering and producing, and now to do one which is a much more collaborative, which still you leading and everything, but just to have the other people around you, to have that as a studio community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All my albums, I admit, have been collaborative with musicians and producers that I'm working with, but to be able to go into a scenario with a producer versus me in my bedroom recording, hoping that what okay, then that gives me much more like confidence. It was great to learn new skills, and it's great to engineer, and I think that's really important in terms of empowering women, being able to see more women producing and creating, because that I feel can be not be very visible. So there's imposter syndrome there. So to be able to say to be able to have achieved that and be able to encourage other women that are looking to produce their own records and put out their own songs, it's really empowering to be able to say, look, if I can do it, you definitely can. And there is that lovely feeling as well of collaboration and working with someone who's made it their life's work to be a producer, and then to come and share their skills and produce a record. Whereas my life's work's been singing and songwriting, producing is a great skill, but one that I'm happy to pass back over.
But from your level of communication with the engineers and producers, now that you've engineered and produced your own album, that must be so much more fluid as well for you to be able to communicate your ideas directly to the engineer in their language.
Yeah, absolutely. I've learned a new language, and it's great because I'm able to communicate better with the producer of my next album in terms of the sound, the aesthetic, how close I want my voice to sound in the mic, how distant I want the instruments to sound. That's something that is be able to now be communicated.
Yeah, it does make a really big difference, doesn't it? But it sounds wonderful. With that in mind, with your influences, because vocally you've got such a beautiful voice, there's this kind of sense of just so melodic and deep and just warming. There's something just like a big hug, the way I kind of hear it. But who are your kind of influences vocally?
Oh yeah, so everyone. I was just thinking about this earlier because I'm about to do these gigs with the ShireFolk, and that's my influences, my folk influences. From Leonard Cohen, Loudon Wainwright, Joan Armatrading, and then I'm just about to also go pay tribute to the great Nina Simone with a run of shows.
That looks incredible. Yeah,
it's so much fun, and that pulls in my influences from Sarah Vaughan to Billie Holiday and Chet Baker. So you got the folk, the jazz, and I just really thought that I'm really enjoying the eclectic style and influence that I've grown up with listening to my granddad's eclectic mixtapes, because I really enjoy being able to sing and write folk, then sing and write jazz, and then explore all genres, and to be able to break that stereotype and be able to stay true to my art, regardless of genre, and fulfilling boxes. And for my fans to alleviate that, and for industry to appreciate that at this stage of my career, it means so much to me.
Yeah, they look absolutely great shows. Whereabouts are you doing those Nina Simone shows?
Oh, right. Well, that's a good question.
Sorry, put you on the spot.
No, it's good. It's funny. I don't know why artists never know when their gigs are. We go through the whole ordeal of are you free on that date? Yeah, I'm free on that date. Would you like to come to this city or town? Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Great. Should we put in the diary? Yeah, brilliant. So where are you playing? I have no idea. Well, we really should be talking about the dates that I'm playing with you.
Okay, we'll start with the ShireFolk tour.
Yeah, let's start there. Oh, the ShireFolk tour, which I cannot wait to play, starts at the Ludlow Distillery on Thursday the 12th of October with special guest support Dan Williams. Friday, we're at the Jam Factory in Hereford. And I've got some amazing poets that are going to come and open the show for me, which I'm so excited about. We're going to be at Bridge North, and we're going to be... What venue are we going to be at?
Violet's Tea Room. Yeah.
Violet's Tea Room, and I cannot wait because I've heard so many cool things about Violet's Tea Room. Plus, I love tea and cake.
Oh, there you
go. And we're going to have special guests. There's small changes.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
They're going to open the show for me, and I can't wait.
Brilliant. And then after that, you've got the Nina Simone stuff. So let's touch on that. What's going on there? What's the dates for those?
Well, after that, actually, I'm going to be stopping in for a guest spot with the Waterboys at Bath Forum.
Oh, hello. Name drop.
Name drop. Bum, 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 bum. I know. Just a tiny little show with them, and then then I am going to be celebrating the great Nina Simone with a run of shows. The first one is going to be at the Junction in Goole, and Goole, I know, West Yorkshire, and sometimes auto text corrects this destination to Google. So do whatever you do not try and find me. Well, you can try and find me on Google. I'm sure there's a lot there.
Try and Google Goole.
Google Goole.
Google, yeah.
And that's going to be on Saturday, the 11th of November. Then I'm going to be at the Acorn in Cornwall, in Penzance, on the 9th of December. And then next year, I'm going to be doing some shows. So all of those dates can be found on my website, ladynade.co.uk, if not on my Facebook and Instagram.
Lady Nade?
Yeah.
Where did the origins of the name Lady Nade come from?
Well, this is an interesting one. I can give you two options and you can guess which one's the real one and which one's the fake one.
We need to introduce music. Quiz music.
Okay. Did my name originate from the mispronunciation of my real name, Nadine? When I introduced myself as Nadine, people heard Lady, and then I went Nadine, and they went Lady Nade, or did it originate from my love of Billie Holiday and a friend from college crowning me Lady Nade, as she thought it was very suitable and in line with my love for Billie Holiday.
Oh. See, I'm going to go for option B because I think you deserve the name Lady. It's really nice to talk to a lady.
Lady.
So I'm going to go option B.
Well, just to be awkward, I'm going to go option A. Just to have a split vote, because at least one of us is right.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I felt very regal for a second.
I like the fact that you were crowned.
Lady. Lady.
That's very deserving.
Yeah.
There you go.
There should have been like a ceremony where you got the name Lady Nade.
Yeah.
I think this should still happen. I mean, I'll
go to the costume store. I'll find
there you go.
There you go.
Lovely.
You used to send something lovely on your Facebook on a post on Instagram the other day. Solo, but never alone in music. I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah, the whole post was absolutely lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. I just feel like music really connects me to a community.
Yeah.
And I can be playing these shows solo, and I can be also found playing with a band, and my interpretation of my post was just to say that I never feel alone when I've got music and when we've got each other, and music is the thread between live music community and artists and the fans. Then there's always a story to be told. There's always someone's message to be shared through that experience.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Your first sort of headline without the band, and how's that been, the preparation for that been for you?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I get to play these songs in a new format, which is always fun, and to do a run of shows and develop my sound, and that sound with a band is always fun and always exciting, but it's nice to bring something special to a tour. And as it's my first time to the Shires, and this tour is just a 3-day tour, it's so nice to bring something that I have never done before. Yeah. That makes the shows even more special.
Lady Nade, just can't thank you enough, and we're really looking forward to spending a few days with you.
Over in the Shires.
Over in the Shires.
Yeah.
Yay, me too, I can't wait.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And one thing that I would change about you, babe. Ain't one thing that I would change about you, baby. Ain't one thing that I would change.
So how was that, Jen?
That was absolutely fantastic. I had so much fun talking to Lady Nade. She's just the most open and generous person with such a spirit of community. You can just see how passionate she is about music and how important it is in her life.
Yeah, so friendly and so welcoming. You know, it was just really nice just to hang out with her on Zoom, and really looking forward to spending some time with her next time. So thank you to everybody who supports this project. Thank you to everybody who bought tickets to come and see George Bonesmere. How amazing were those shows?
We had a great time. Yeah. It was just the best atmosphere.
Yeah, we've done some feedback on some questions to everybody who came, and 100% of people, 100% of people have said they would give it a 10 out of 10 for recommending to other people and coming back to more ShireFolk shows. So, hey ho, very happy here, aren't we?
We are over the moon. We're absolutely thrilled.
Yeah, okay. Well, look forward to seeing you next time. We are going to be having a chat with
Amelia Coburn.
And maybe a little special podcast in between, but we'll keep you posted on that one.
Surprise.
As always, this project is only possible because of the amazing support from people like
Arts Council England,
English Folk Expo,
Lovelady Distillery,
Violet's Tea Room,
The Jam Factory,
Lovebridge North,
Buy From,
Hobgoblin Music, and Mad Lounge Records in Ledlow.